Well, hi everybody. I'm Adam Collingwood. Welcome again to today's training session. What we're going to do today is we're going to have a look at two trades that were made yesterday. One was a losing trade and one was a winning trade. Okay, so I'm going to show you the entry points, where to place a stop, and also where the targets were. So without further ado, let's get into it. I'm going to look at the chart now. So let's just share my screen with you. So we're now looking at the German DAX. Okay, so this is a 1 minute chart, and the time here is, so this was yesterday at around about between 12 and 12:30, and this is where the action was happening here. You can see the price actually came up to this resistance level here. So look to the right there, 12,561, where I'm just pointing. Okay, we're looking for an entry here. We're looking for an entry to sell. Okay, looking for an entry to sell. So what I did is I sent an alert out to my trading group. Okay, and this was the alert. So at 12:04, so 12:04, I sent an alert out to sell the DAX. And the reason for that was that at that point, the DAX had come up, touched that resistance point here, which I just mentioned before this, but this was at 12,561. Okay, 12,561 here. So it tried to push through there. So on this 10-minute chart, tried to push through, and we were looking for a sell entry as it was going to come back down again. So you can see this descending trend line here as well, and that's the horizontal support resistance line. Okay, so I was looking for the price to come back down here. Okay, so we were needing to find that entry, so I used the 10-second time frame, which is here. So as the price was coming through here, okay, it was selling. So this was at 12,562. Okay, 12,562. And then we were looking at a stop loss of 12,580. So that was 18 pips risk here. Okay, 18 pips risk. We're looking for at least a 3-to-1 reward, 54-point reward, but potentially higher on that move back down again. Okay, so let's just see what happened. Now, at 12:40, unfortunately, what happened is the DAX broke through 10,580, stopping us out. So in that case, we actually lost here 18 pips. So that was at 12:40. And let's just see the chart of that. So you can see the price before the line was red, where it was resistance, it's now become green. So it's now become a support level here. So had we not stopped, had we not put that stop in place, then we were moving into further negative territory. Okay, so we're going to be down a lot more than 18 pips there. So the reason why we wanted to close that trade is, if you see what happened next, the price, so we were selling here, the price did come back down a little bit, 12,534, and looking nice, and then it reversed and then came all the way back up to this resistance level, and look where it got to. So it got to as high as 12,664. All right, now again, had we held on to the trade, then we would be in quite a considerable deficit situation had we not been close the trade at our stop level of 12,580. So from 12,580, it continued to go up to 12,663. So, you know, that's another 80 pips. So plus the 18 for our stop, you know, it would have been down 98 points at that level. Okay. So that's just stressing the importance of always having a stop in place. So when the trade becomes invalid, it's at that point that you've just got to get out quickly. Okay, there's no point in holding on to it and hoping that it will just suddenly reverse, because that's when it will really kick you in the butt. All right, and you don't want that to happen. So that's what happened yesterday. So just there, price came down and then it went all the way back up and broke out through this support level at 12,561. Let's have a look at what we lost 18 pips there, because the DAX has been at overbought levels. I was still looking for a sell entry, and we want to sell at a higher price. So we're going to get an even bigger reward there. So forget the 18 pips that we've lost there. Okay, you forget all about that. You draw a line through it and you're looking for then the next opportunity to take advantage of that move up. So the move had gone up to quite a nice level for us to then sell again on the way back down again. So at 2:20, I send out another sell alert, okay, with a stop at 12,644. So let's have a look at that one. That was at 2:20 yesterday afternoon. So you see that point here? Let's just circle that for you. So as the price of the DAX was starting to come back down again, it was now falling back towards our level of support again, which was initially resistance at 12,561. So key level here, 12,561. So we can sell at a much higher level than before. All right, so we're now selling up here. Okay, 12,625. So if I go back to the alert that I sent out, sell the DAX, 12,625. Okay, stop 12,644. So 19 pips of risk, but the reward was so much bigger this time round. Okay, because we're selling from a higher level. And you know, again, if the price had lifted, here is where the stop was. Okay, just there. So if you measure the risk there, it's not that much, is it? Okay, so we're keeping small risk trades for big rewards. Okay, so the difference between the stop there and the entry here, you can see how small that is. Okay, so just 19 pips, because what I can see is the price from here coming all the way down again. Okay, and we're looking at about that same level that I mentioned before in that very first trade, for the price to come back down to about 12,474. All right, so we're now in a luxurious position because you can see what's happened. So here, look at that candle there. The price from that entry got to a low of 12,531. So we're in nice positive territory. So we've now we're in that positive profit position. That's engulfed that loss from that first trade. Okay. So I hope that makes sense. The first trade, small risk, stopped out. Second trade, small risk, but look at the gain that we're making here. Okay. So let's go back to the targets that I was looking at. So first target is 12,561, and then 12,543 if you leave the trade open. The longer term target is 12,470. Okay. The first target was hit, which was 12,561, and then it hit all the other targets as well. Okay, so let's just have a look at that. So if you just see, that was the entry there, and at no point did the price ever get as high as that 12,642 level. Okay, so we entered it in the perfect place there, so it didn't get any higher than that. Now we also had the Fed news coming out, so it got as high as 12,586 there. It did lift a little bit later. Okay. Got as high here as 12,612. And then it's continued its descent all the way through. So this is at this was at 8 o'clock at night, and you see the price fell to 12,463. So if we go back, first time target is long-term target is 12,470. Okay, so where are we looking at here? This point here, and of course here as well. So it traveled back up again and then came back down, and this was the level I was looking at. Okay, the price to drop to here. So taking profit at that point at 12, even if you took it at 12,470 from that initial entry, so 12,470 target. If you decided to take it at that, you could have left it open even longer because you were still in a positive position. Okay, so our entry was at 12,622. So 12,622 entry. Then the stop was 19 pips. The target 12,470. Okay, so for 19 pips of risk, if you'd entered at 12,622, here you would have actually been getting a profit of 152 pips. So what's the return? So what's the reward for the risk taken? So if we always like to look at risk reward ratios, okay, so about a 7.5 to 1 reward for the risk taken. Okay, so we also have to take in consideration that the first trade loss was 18 pips. Okay, so if we take that off, that was still a return there of 134 pips by keeping to the strategy. So what you saw there was 2 trades. One, the first trade, following the system strategy, knowing exactly where to enter, where the stop needs to be, so keeping the stop nice and tight, small risk, big reward, small risk, big reward. Just keep imprinting that in the mind the whole time. Small risk, big reward. We don't want these trades running on where people are down 40, 50, 100 pips down. It's no good unless you're really going for a long-term trade. There's times when you will do that, but with these strategies, we're getting in small risk. First case was 18 pips of risk. We got stopped out when the price hit that 12,580 level because it made sense. The trade was no longer valid because it had pushed through that resistance level. But we're then looking for an entry again on the way back down, but by selling at a higher price. So selling at that 12,622 level. And we can see what happened next. It dropped by putting in a stop of only 19 pips there. Again, small risk, but the reward there was just so much greater. Talking about 7.5 to 1 reward for risk. People talk about looking for trades where you're going to get a 2 to 1 return. I prefer getting 3 to 1, 4 to 1, up to 10 to 1 trades. If you saw the other video that I did from the trade that we did the day before. So small risk, big reward all the time. Small risk, big reward. Okay, so first trade was a loss, second trade was a massive gain. Okay, and I've just talked you through both those trades now, so hopefully that will help you with your trading going forward. If you do have any questions, then just please let me know. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, then all you need to do is just press the subscribe button. If you do have any questions, let me know. If you need any help at all, then please click the link somewhere in the description below this video, and I'll be very happy to help. Okay, so I will speak to you all again soon. Happy trading, take care, and just keep those trades, trades, small risk, big reward, small risk, big reward. I keep saying it, small risk, big reward. All right, you take care now. Speak to you again soon. Bye.